Welcome to MiSpot, where we balance, heal, and activate who we truly are. You can call me Kiki, and tonight we're celebrating the new moon in Taurus. It's a little late, but better late than never. And one thing's for sure, two things for certain. I'm going to be here every week. So, hopefully, my people are able to jump on in and join us. If you're new here, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. I'd like to give a shout out to my subscribers who always support Blu-ray, aka Blue, and Huntress. I hope that is the intention you have behind your name, making sure I'm just saying it correctly. So hopefully they'll join. And anyone else, you're more than welcome here. Send me a shout out, send me a message. Let me know where you're from and what your name is and what brings you here. I'm going to try to get through this. I don't want to rush, but I am going to try to get through this as quickly as possible because I know it is late and it's technically a school night. Okay. So let's just go ahead and ground our energy. All right, just go ahead and take a few deep breaths in through the nose, long exhales out through the mouth. Again, in through the nose, long exhales out through the mouth. Another deep breath in. And out. Allow yourself to just take a moment to reconnect to the earth as you continue breathing in and out. With each exhale, you become more and more relaxed, more comfortable, and more centered. Allow yourself to check in with your posture, making sure that your spine is nice and straight. Allow yourself to bring your attention to all areas of contact, starting with your feet. Allow yourself to feel the connection of what's underneath you. Feel free to readjust, to balance, to center, to feel within your power and open to all that is. And as you bring your awareness to the connection under your feet, just allow that energy to run up your legs, calming you from the bottom all the way up to the top. Let the energy relax you as you connect to love, peace, prosperity, and overflow. As you allow that energy to travel up over your heart space, all the way up to your crown, I want you to see a radiant golden light right above your head. The light shines bright, almost blinding, as it turns, radiating and reflecting your glow. And just take a moment to allow that light to shine as bright as possible. If there's any cloudiness, anything that is dulling your light at the moment, just give yourself a moment to release the blockage. Breathing in love and exhaling fear. And just seeing any type of obstacle, hurdle, see it disappear. Just gradually fading away and allowing your light to shine a little brighter. And when your light is radiating and shining in a way that makes you feel grounded, centered, and supported, just allow that warm, loving energy to run back down over your face, the back of your head, down your neck, over your shoulders, down your arms, out your fingertips, back up and over your chest, loving on your heart space, allowing your heart to feel grounded, safe, and secure. And continuing to let this warm, loving, healing energy to run all the way down your legs, and back out through the soles of your feet. And as you release this energy, I want you to imagine energetic roots growing out from the soles of your feet and penetrating the earth, digging deep and going all the way down into the earth's core. And see your roots wrapping around Earth's warm red center. Feel the warmth, feel the love, feel the support. And as you continue breathing, with each exhale, see all hurdles, stops, pauses, blockages, wounds, frustration, confusion, pain, depression, anxiety. See it all run out from the bottoms of your feet down into Mother Earth's core to be transmuted, dissolved, and returned to you as love and light. Peace, prosperity, overflow, and abundance, showering and falling back on you from the heavens. And as you allow yourself to feel safe, centered, fully supported, and secure, we'll take a moment to call in our angels of divine love and healing light as we thank Mother Earth for always being our source of grounding. We thank you for your protection, and we ask that you help to guide us with the messages for our best and highest good under this new moon in Taurus. We thank you in advance for all that you continue to do. We feel safe and secure, fully grounded. It is done. ready, allow yourself to bring your awareness back to the room. All right. Okay, let's jump in. So, new moon is in Taurus. New moons are for manifesting. They are for setting intentions, planting seeds. They give us a clean slate, a new beginning. They're a time for us to reflect and to dream. Okay, so allowing ourselves to connect with the energy of our dreams. Taurus is a sign of reliability. Taurus is an earth sign, a fixed earth sign that is consistent. Taurus can be indulgent, maybe even a little stubborn, but Taurus likes to be consistent and likes to be reliable. That's an energy that comes with Taurus. Taurus is also ruled by the planet Venus. Venus is the planet of communication, love, relationships, harmony, beauty, attraction, okay, values. All right. And Venus, I'll get to where Venus is in a second, but Venus is actually, I believe Venus might be in Gemini. Look, I said I was going to wait, but hold on, let me just take a look real quick. I believe Venus is in Gemini. So we are definitely getting some, yeah, Venus is in Gemini. So she just came out of Taurus. So we're still feeling that balanced energy, that residual energy of Venus shifting from Taurus into Gemini. Been in Gemini for a little while. Venus moves a little bit faster too because Venus is a lot closer to the sun. So before we know it, Venus will be shifting into Cancer. But we're getting like this sense of you could be feeling just more loving towards yourself. You could be feeling more love from others. You're just finding more balance. You're finding yourself being more grounded, more in tune with like who you are and more accepting of who we are. We have healed a lot of our codependency wounds, and now we're reaching and moving into healing our financial wounds. We're healing and changing our relationship with money, changing our relationships with our finances, and connecting to a higher vibration of finances. Okay. Definitely Taurus and Venus energy for sure. I know there's a lot of other things going on in the sky that supports that. There's also been quite a bit of, I've been getting a lot of angel number confirmations. Even today, I wrote down a few. Even today, I've seen 444 hasn't come up. I think I mentioned that last week. So that's like heavy angel protection, heavy connection to our ancestors, to our guardian angels. Just a reminder that we're protected in the spiritual realm. A reminder that angels are watching over us or that they're very close. We're very close in spirit. So just even today, I saw 1111 this morning. That was on the clock. I've also seen 666, which I take as a positive reminder of our own power and intuition and the power that we have or that we're capable of when we are tapped into our intuition and our highest self. But today, 1111 showed up, 333 and 1010. I saw all three of those numbers today. Just there, 1111 comes with a reminder of union, coming together, happiness, like completion in a way. It definitely has a very grounded, like pillar, like 4 pillars, 4 columns kind of energy, very foundational, very solid. All right, 333 is a letter or number of balancing, alignment, mind, body, and spirit, or mind, body, and soul alignment. And then 1010 is definitely marking a completion, a closing out, a cycle ending. Okay, we've been talking about that a lot. There's a lot of new beginnings kind of energy happening. There's a lot of generational and societal kinds of shifts. So you could be definitely feeling that energy, like life is just changing, and it's changing in a way that is pushing us into our next best self. And what's happening is there are a lot of relationships that are being either realigned or newly aligned relationships. You're recognizing that you are attracting and bringing in people, even it could be places or even things that are in alignment with who you're being called to be, with who you are moving into or who you're growing into. Okay? But we're definitely healing financial wounds. That's where we are. We have released the codependency, uh, validation from others, or attention from others, making us feel better about ourselves, or energy that makes us feel validated, maybe even whether we're seeking approval or if we are kind of stuck or hung up on whether it be being in a relationship or being connected to a certain person, a certain thing, certain energies. It could be friendships even, but just feeling having that need to feel validation outside of ourselves. We've healed those wounds. And now we've come into this place where we have learned or realized what it is that is no longer serving us, what's not in alignment, what's not going to work out, what's not going to be good, or what's like we've broken away from the delusion. We're no longer delusional and living in these fantasy worlds. We're not chasing things that to make them be something they never were. Like that's the energy we have released. And now that we have embraced that part of ourselves where we realize, I deserve better. I want more. I want better for myself. That's the energy that we're embracing. It still could be very new, very fresh, but we are embracing an energy of this is who I am, or this is what I know that I deserve. This is what I bring, and I deserve that in return. That's the energy. And now we're being called to become more rooted, more grounded. We're probably stepping up our values. Like there are things now that we're realizing we can't be all talk. Like if it's a belief, we have to stand on it. We have to show it, be it, live it, breathe it. Like it has to be something that we are acting on or we are doing. Our beliefs are shown by what we are doing, not just by what we say. Okay. I think that's really it. As far as what's going on in the sky for this week, let's see here. Mm, so I'm going to head over to my Instagram. If you are not following me on Instagram, please go do so. I drop more educational content that helps us stay in alignment, content that highlights the top transits for the month, and then breaking down the top transits for the week so that we know what's coming and we can position ourselves to be in flow and to not be in force with the energy. So this week we have, of course, the Taurus new moon. Then Mercury enters Gemini. Actually, today Mercury enters Gemini, which is great. So there's a releasing of like you're finding the words. The words are coming to you. The words are coming more easily. In general, right? This is general bell curve astrology. So the communication is coming more easily. It's more in flow. Okay. And it could also mean that you've realized when to not say anything. You have gained some knowledge and maturity on knowing when to speak and when to not speak, almost recognizing when silence is golden, or when your silence is more powerful and more loud or louder than anything you could even say at the moment. That's the energy of Mercury shifting into Gemini. Then we have, like, this is like boom, boom, boom. Then we also have tomorrow, we have Mars enters Taurus. Mars is that fast moving, quick, action oriented, future focused energy moving into Taurus, a very grounded, reliable, consistent energy. So there could be a little bit of a struggle there as Mars enters Taurus. Mars is fiery, a lot of energy, a lot of desire. Mars can come with some level of conflict, okay? But moving into Taurus, it's you could be digging your heels in more. We've been getting another recurring theme lately about like being more bullish. And so, that's a term in the stock market. Being bullish means that you're positive or optimistic about the market going up. Okay, that ties me into some of that, those healing out those financial and money type of wounds. It's definitely giving me an energy of like, don't move too fast. Like, make sure that you are tapping in, make sure that you're in alignment. Don't move too fast. Don't be hasty. Don't be impulsive. It's not that's not the energy. The energy is not telling you to go, go, go. The energy is telling you to like listen, like evaluate, pay attention, and make strategic or smart, well thought out, planned kind of moves. All right, then Venus shifts into Cancer as well. So, like I mentioned, Venus is currently in Gemini. The moon will be shifting into Gemini as well. And then Venus, like I said, moves into Cancer. So, Venus, the planet of love, values, beauty, attraction, is moving into Cancer, the sign of like protection, home, nurturing, emotional kind of energy. So I'm getting more love, I'm getting more alignment, more like, even if it's just for ourselves. But there's definitely an energy where you're more accepting, we're more open, we're not resisting change, we're not resisting the messages that we're receiving, we're not resisting the direction that God is turning us into, we're not resisting the direction that we're being called to move in, and we're actually being supported in the sky with this energy as well. And then, of course, this week we also have the sun moving into Gemini. Yeah. And then at the end of the month on Memorial Day, which is a holiday we celebrate here in the States, marking like the kickoff of summer, right? We'll have the Sagittarius full moon. So it's getting interesting, more and more interesting. Is it too dark? It's getting more and more interesting. Oops. Maybe that's a little better. So hold on tight, stay tuned, stay tapped in. Okay, stay in flow, not in force. We're here to fulfill our divine destiny, and that requires us to have some level of understanding that we're going to be challenged sometimes, but the challenges and the test are what we need to prepare us for the next level, for what's next. All right. So we're pretty much still in the same energy. We're still in this moving forward. It's just continuing to embrace your new beginning. Okay? That's really it. Continuing to embrace your new beginning. Oops. Um yeah. All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and jump right into the cards and see what the Moonology deck has for us. We covered the planets. I would go through the signs. I mean, I could. Let's think about this. So, of course, we'll do it on the full moon. I think the full moon is probably a good time because the full moon highlights. I mean, the new moons, of course, are giving us a clean slate in certain areas of our chart or certain houses, which is important because it helps us to manifest in those areas. And then if you have, strong placements where, there's current transits or current shifts, you could also use that to help manifest your desires of your heart or, what it is that you're setting intentions on. I will say before the full moon, okay, so that we can highlight what needs to be highlighted and what needs to be cleared out. But this moon, this new moon, is what do you want to stand firm on? Oh, excuse me. What intentions are you not willing to budge on? Like what dreams do you have that are non-negotiable? What things do you want to bring into your life, manifest into your life? What dreams and goals do you have to accomplish that you are not going to let anything stop you from achieving? You're not going to let anything stop you from obtaining or attaining those things or those goals. All right. So think about your financial goals. Think about some of your financial wounds. And financial wounds could look something like, you know, someone may say something to you about investing, and your response could be, I don't have any money for investing, or you got to have a lot of money for that. Or it could be, maybe you're the kind of person that spends money on like lottery tickets, like you may believe that you could win the lottery one day, but you put a lot of money into the lottery. You kind of waste money, if you will. Maybe you get scratch offs. Maybe you buy lottery tickets or something. We could be being called to purchase lottery tickets too, if that's in alignment or that resonates. But there's just like this energy where we're breaking away from wounds that are holding us back, like making sense of numbers, like allowing numbers to really be numbers and taking them at face value, allowing ourselves to truly uh, let numbers tell the story, let numbers tell the truth, like make it make sense in numbers. Like if I say all the time, if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. sense, sense, like common sense. Okay, if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. um if it don't make sense, it ain't money, that kind of thing. Like just making the sure the numbers don't lie, making sure the numbers aren't being manipulated, just making it all make sense. It's like count it, run it up. What is it? What is it not? That's the energy. Numbers don't lie, right? Numbers don't lie. Um, well, I'll get into no. Let's do this. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the stock market real quick because this is something that I am encouraging us to do, especially when it comes to if you're looking to break or heal generational wounds or patterns around money. You know, maybe you grew up in poverty, maybe you grew up and things were a struggle. Maybe the lights were off, the water was off, or you went to school in dirty clothes, or like, I mean, just it could be so many different things, right? Some things we could resonate with, some things we may not, whatever it is, right? We are in a space where I'm just going to tell you right now, with the AI boom, if you will, some of us are getting a chance to invest in something that could be as big, if not bigger, than the .com era, right? Some of us were young when the .com era came out, so we may not have been old enough to invest. We may not have had parents that, were hip or had knowledge of investing. But now we have AI, and from the numbers and the projections, the numbers that are actually occurring and happening right now, and then the projected numbers for what AI has done and is going to do, is a big opportunity for a lot of us to invest and make our money 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times over. I'm not even exaggerating. And I don't care if it's $20. $20 flipped, whether it's 6 months or a year from now, is still $20 flipped that I didn't have. And one of my goals as an investor is to, when I put an initial investment in to a position, my goal is to make that money back. So that means that I have to make that money 100% back. So that means if I put in $100, I've made $100. So now I have $200, right? I made my $100 back and I have another $100. So that's 100% of your money back. Now I can take out my original investment and I can just let the stock or the investment run up on money that wasn't even mine. You understand what I'm saying? That's the goal, is to be able to put in an investment, allow it to run up to 100%. And that may mean holding it for a year, 2 years, 3, maybe 5. But the way that things are going right now, it's not that hard for us to make something off of it at the moment. I talked about the Mag 7. If you need to know about the Mag 7, let me know, but you can also look it up. But one of the things that I'm realizing, like we're moving into like the second phase or second stage of AI, and it's where memory is important. Memory is the next thing. It's everything's running up, and I wish I had it with me. It's probably in my camera, but those little, I guess you call them like a SD card, I think it is, but they're made by SanDisk. The company, or at least most of them that you see that you buy, are made by a company called SanDisk. And it's a little memory card that you can put in your camera or your computer or whatever, anywhere where you need to store data or save data. They have, I think that they're up like over 400% for the year. It's only May. It's only May. And they're already up. Excuse me, got to sneeze again. They're already up over, I think, 400%. I'm gonna double check. But anywhere where you're looking in the memory sector around chips or AI, you'll see that the memory sector is running up. So a good place for us to make money. We don't have to stay there for a super long time, but there are a lot of companies that you can buy and hold for 10 years. SanDisk may be one of them, but it's definitely running up right now when it comes to this whole memory sector kicking off from the AI kickoff. I'm just going to go look real quick and tell you how much SanDisk is up for the year. No way. Let's see. So since May 19th of 2025, I gotta sneeze again. Uh-oh. Since May, so over the last 12 months, SanDisk is up over 3,500%. 3,500, not 400, not 300, 3,500%. I'm looking at 3,529.73% in the last 12 months. And then I want to kind of show it for just this year. I think it's up over 400% just this year. So just like year to date from January 2026 until now. So if you want to know more about price points, let me know. We can dig into that. But this memory sector is kicking off. Okay. The other thing I wanted to touch on before I jump into the cards is space. So there's going to be this push towards, people have already been like taking flights out to like the edge of the Earth's atmosphere and being able to experience space from there. Like you're going just out and far enough to the edge of the Earth where maybe, I don't know, you can float or whatever, but you can look back at Earth. You can probably see some other things that we can't necessarily see from 30,000 feet in a plane. And, that's some things that I think Bezos, what's this? Is it Richard Branson and Elon? I think the three of them have basically been able to take these space flights, if you will, and allow people like regular civilian people. I think it's not cheap. It's like you got to have some money, but they're basically being able to take like civilians out to space. So soon, Elon Musk will have another company IPO, which means that he'll have another company entering the stock market where we can purchase shares, and that's Starlink. Starlink is already valued at over $1.5 trillion. $1.5 trillion. Let me tell you something else before I jump into the cards. The other thing about the Mag 7, the Magnificent Seven, these 7 companies, that all tech companies, American tech companies that truly run the American economy, if they fall back, our economies falls back, right? So these tech companies, when you combine their, I don't know if it's their worth or if it's even just what they have been able to revenue or gross over the last year, they are bringing in more money than entire countries. And of course, the next country, and this is not a knock, but the next country is China. And these 7 companies are bringing or have a larger value than the whole country of China bringing like a GDP on its own. Like their gross domestic product together combined is bringing in way more than a whole company. And I'm saying all that to say that the money is there. Okay. There's enough to go around. There's enough for everybody to eat. We don't have to be mad. We don't have to hate. Like it's not even necessary. Just go get you some. Go get you some. What else? I'm not going to go into the rockets and labs and things like that, but SanDisk, like I said, Starlink has not hit the market yet, but space is going to be a big deal. I believe Elon has some type of deal. And if you don't like Elon, I respect that. I understand that. and just, you choose not to, if it's not tied to like your morals and things, or, you're just not in alignment with putting your money into anything he has going on, that's fair. That's your prerogative. Um, and I'm not saying, to just go be greedy and just whatever. It's totally up to you. But what I am saying is we have to be paying attention to what's happening. And from what I have heard, uh, Elon has a deal to basically put 1 million people in space. And that's his goal. And they're now able to reuse rockets. So we're sending rockets to space and we're able to get them back and reuse them, that's like innovative. That's changing. That's like, life changing, or like it's a breakthrough, right? It's a generational breakthrough, really, because we've never been able to do that before. A societal breakthrough. Another, um, another example or confirmation of the generational shifts and societal shifts that we're experiencing right now. But a lot of liftoff, space shuttle kind of energy is like kicking off, is revving up. And like I said, now we're going to be reusing rockets. So there are companies that build rockets, or they build some component of the full infrastructure. So all of those things are growing. All of those things have more demand. And so things are just continuing to run up. Okay. It's not about politics right now. It's more about you just getting in your bag and focusing on what it is that you need to achieve for yourself and for your family. And I'm going to leave that there. All right, let's get into it. So, Moonology deck. Holy Spirit, ancestors of divine love and healing light, please protect us as we download the messages for our best and highest good. Anything that's not for our best and highest good, please close, shut, lock, and block the door. In the name above all names, amen and ashe. All right, let's jump into it. Oh, we got one. Nothing is yet set in stone. Mutable moon. Mutable moon. Nothing is yet set in stone. Bottom of the deck. Expect powerful change. New moon eclipse. Do we have an eclipse in Leo, Virgo, or Scorpio season? I have to look. We had an eclipse. Hold on, I can look real quick just to see when the last. We had an eclipse just a few months ago. It wasn't. I don't think it was like a full, at least not anywhere that we could see. But I can peek really quickly. Once again, going back to my Instagram. All right, let's see here. So there was, okay, it wasn't in April. Yeah, Virgo. Boom. We had a Virgo full moon lunar eclipse on March 3rd. So that means that in Virgo season, we'll probably have an eclipse in Pisces. It might be around the fall, like the fall equinox. Yeah. All right. So it's just the energy is like it's just carrying us through almost like in quarters. Like every 3 months or so is getting us ready for the next 3 months. I'm convinced that the entire year of 2026 is all about new beginnings. It's all about this new thing, this new version, this new level, this new timeline, this new, better, higher self. Expect powerful change. So let's read Nothing Is Yet Set in Stone. Mutable moon. Let's see what page it's on. 108, breaking down to a 9. That's definitely wrapping up a cycle, closing something out. Nothing is yet set in stone. Mutable moon. Mutable is all about change, shape shifting, even. That something is still developing. This card indicates that something is indeed changing and there's room for maneuver. So take it as a sign that the situation you're asking about is far from finalized. If you're not happy with the current state of play, that's marvelous. It means you can still change the course of the outcome. However, there is also a sense that the situation could perhaps be a little unstable. For some, this is great news because you can still influence it. Others will struggle with the uncertainty, but should stay with it a little longer. Either way, nothing is yet set in stone. Attuned to the moon, I know that the best will unfold for me. Additional meanings, you're meandering towards your goal, and that's okay. Staying adaptable is the key to success for you now. Make sure you're not being led astray. Have you become distracted? Time to focus. Stay with it, whatever it means to you. The teaching. In astrology, there are three so called quadruplicities: cardinal, fixed, and mutable. The mutable signs are Gemini, Sagittarius, Virgo, and Pisces. And when the moon is in one of these signs, you know there's going to be more flexibility in the situation. Anytime you pull this card, it suggests there's an opportunity to keep visualizing and affirming what you want, as there is still room for change. So think about what you want and enjoy the daydream. That's a confirmation of the new moon. The new moon in Taurus, where we were talking about all these things. I was just talking about Virgo and Pisces with the eclipse energy that's on the bottom of the deck. So if that's not alignment, tell me what it is. Okay, I was just saying how Virgo season could be significant. Well, it's going. I'm positive it's going to be significant because the whole year of 2026 is going to be significant. This is also confirmed that we're in a shift, and for us to stay fluid, stay in flow, not to be like hard charged. You could be digging your heels in with some of your internal things, like your spiritual self, your spiritual practices, your values, like some of those eternal, internal kind of things. You're standing firm on, you're standing true on, you're not letting up. But when it comes to your 3D earth realm kind of work and energy, you're staying in flow, you're staying consistent, and you're not being hasty. Okay? Yeah. I know that the best will unfold for me. You're moving towards your goal. You could be meandering, but that's okay. Stay adaptable. Make sure you're not being led astray or getting distracted. Stay focused and stay with it. Okay. It's also an energy to me of like, be open to something new, like be open to what's coming towards you. You don't have to go chase it, but just be open to what's coming in and using your discernment to recognize whether it's an alignment or whether it's a distraction. Definitely confirmation here. Since we got the confirmation about like Virgo and Pisces with this eclipse, let's go ahead and read Expect Powerful Change, New Moon Eclipse. So on page 94, breaking down to a 4, confirmation of angel protection. All right. Expect powerful change, new moon eclipse on the bottom of the deck. If you want affirmation that you can achieve your dreams and get the desired outcome in the situation you're asking about, then this is it. This is a card of beginnings, and there are powerful energies at work. But be prepared, it could be quite a ride, and events now could even be jarring and uncomfortable. However, any new directions you take will almost always lead somewhere better than where you are at the moment. Whatever is happening now is happening for a reason you'll appreciate later on. A new portal is opening up, and all you have to do is have the courage to forget about the past and move through it. You're being put back on the right path. There is nothing to fear. Attune to the moon. Never mind the past. Life evolves every single day. Additional meanings? Yes, yes, 1,000 times yes. You're being shunted towards your life purpose. Whatever is happening now is happening for your highest good. This is an important turning point in your life. The teaching. New moon eclipses are among the most exciting astrological events. They herald a complete change of pace, as though you're headed in one direction, probably being guided by your ego, and then here comes the divine, the goddess or spirit, to turn you instead to face the direction you actually need to go. Regardless of whether or not there's a new moon eclipse happening when you pull this card, it's a powerful affirmation of positive turnarounds. That's it. That's all, baby boo. And I just realized, of course, we're celebrating a new moon, and we got a new moon eclipse card jumping out of here. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Keep on moving. Don't stop like the hands of time. I'll put that song in the I think that's is that an early 90s? Keep on moving, don't stop, no, keep on moving. It's a great song. Yes, keep on moving. Haha. Thank you, Holy Spirit. What's next? Let's do a roomie and wrap this thing up. Let's just go ahead and get us a good old roomie card that will probably confirm all the things that we just said. And yeah. All right. Sorry, I gotta send my godson and my son some moolah. Keep on moving. Don't stop like the hands of time. I'm not a singer. I can karaoke and carry a tune, but I wouldn't consider myself a singer. I definitely would need some type of training, learning how to breathe that way, right? Let's see what Rumi has for us. Merciful Mother Jamal, number 44. Angel protection once again. So tap in, okay? Make sure that, this week you are tapping in and giving your angels room to speak to you, to talk to you. Make sure that you are checking in with your ancestors. Of course, I do meditations, guided meditations, perform, I'm a Reiki practitioner. I also do sound bath healing or vibrational healing. And there are ways for us to connect with our spirit teams. The information is already there. You might just need help leading you to that information or help leading you to where you can receive the information. Okay. But I would definitely encourage us this week to be able to stay like in alignment, to continue to walk through this next level. We have to recognize how important our angels and our ancestors of love and light are to us. Okay. We have to recognize that we're not in this alone. We're not going through this alone. We are being guided. We are being led. We are getting information. We are getting messages and downloads that we need to hear. We need to recognize, see, know, and act, move, take action on those messages. Okay. There's big angel energy that's definitely telling us to keep going and know that we're being guided. We are heavily protected in spirit, at least over here on this channel. Okay. So just know that. Just know that. Let's read. Let's see. And on the bottom of the deck, I surge on the uprising wave of love. Number 5. Number 5 is a confirmation of positive change. Okay. 5 is a number of change. So we have to be embracing change. All right. If you're struggling with change or new beginnings, this is your message to embrace it. Okay. If you're struggling with it, you might have to seek some type of help or assistance to help guide you through the integration, being able to embrace what it is that you really are resisting, honestly, and breaking down the root as to why we're resisting. All right. Merciful Mother Jamal, number 44. Is she the last card? She might not be the last one, but yes, it is. This is the end. This is the last card in this deck, number 44. There's no other card. It goes about the author. We have officially closed out a chapter. Congratulations, baby boo. You did it. You healed from codependency. You are not validated by anything in anyone outside of yourself. Okay. Your angels are walking with you, encamped around you, protecting you daily. And this is your message, to let them continue to speak to you, and show you the way and guide you through what you go through so we can grow through what we go through. All right, I'm done trying to bust rhymes because my tongue is twisting. Merciful Mother Jamal. O sudden resurrection, O countless blessings, O blazing fire in the jungle of thoughts. Today you arrive with laughter to break open the jail. Rumi. You blazing angel, capable of so much, you evoke the testing hand of life. Why not when you cannot fail? Yet in your sweet surrender, how can the great beloved not respond in kind and offer you solace, comfort, and mercy? For not all success must be hard won. Can you imagine this? The sweet face of the all powerful. It shines upon you as the love emanating from the Holy Mother's eyes, the golden radiance of her body, and the gentleness of her touch. This is your birthright now, your divine inheritance, the mercy of all merciful. Let it soften the hard edges of your life and your being and bring you the grace that is deserved. This oracle brings you a message. There's a shift taking place now in a matter of great importance to you. From Jalal to Jamal, from justice to mercy, this is your path, your destiny, and your blessing, now opening up before you. It may be a particular matter, however, it likely includes your entire life orientation. You are being granted refuge, respite, and shelter from the storms of struggle and doubt, and being given a divine sanctuary of safe harbor. You shall find that the unraveling of the struggle and pain now happens through tenderness, a gentler approach. You are also being asked to take stock of your own thoughts and attitudes. Having to be tough and play hardball in the past has served its purpose. Yet, this oracle comes to you with guidance to become softer in your way and your attitude. Can you gently but firmly place to one side the judge within, the one who keeps score and demands retribution, an eye for an eye, the exponent of absolute justice? Can you invite instead the one who gentles the aggressive lord within and allows him to bow before the great lady who loves, is wise, and who steadies the workings of the world with the softest of touches? Don't fear that if you suddenly give yourself a break, all your discipline, hardness, toughness, and suffering will go to waste. No, all things provide learning and serve divine purpose. But now there is no reason to continue in that way. It is time to learn another way. You are strong enough now to become gentle. If there is a foe or fight in your life, ask for the Mother of Mercy to bless it into resolution. If you have also drawn the hand of Fatima, you are being told that this resolution is already on its way. You are being told now that you can stand your ground and remain in your strength without having to become aggressive or hard. You have more power than you realize, and it is in your being. You have It is not in your ability to control others or manipulate situations, for such actions are unworthy of a being of your magnitude and are unnecessary for your success. You are also being given the message that your prayers are powerful. Although action in the world is a part of your sole purpose and plan, when you pray, have conviction that your prayers are real, are heard, and are responded to by the great universal heart. So pray carefully and thoughtfully. Be present and speak as if you are speaking to your dearest, oldest, and most influential and powerful friend. Because, of course, that is exactly what you're doing. Pray from the heart and trust in the power of your prayers. There is no limit to what you can pray about, nothing too unspiritual or unworthy, nothing. So pray. This oracle brings you the message that the great power of compassion is reaching for you, that it wants to help you, but is waiting for you to ask. So ask, then you shall receive. Ah! I love it. I love it. Yes. I love it. I love it. And I surge on the uprising wave of love. So listen, go in love. Go in love. Go in peace. Okay? Go in love and go in peace. Just go with the flow. All right? I love you, but God loves you more. Always go within so you never go without. And over here, we stay connected to the ones that sit high, look low, and see everything. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Send me a message. Everything you need to know about me is in the description box. I appreciate you. God bless you. Good night. And I'll see you next week.